Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the Home Weather Office on this Monday morning. It's now the 25th day of November, 2024, and this is the morning briefing coming to you from the Home Weather Office. And as I look out the window of the Home Weather Office, it's cloudy and it's raining. We do have some light rain in the area, and parts of the state, once again, kind of like last week, are going to see some rain today and tomorrow, while other areas don't see very much at all. However, unlike last week when it was the northern part of the state and the coast range getting all the rain, this week those are the areas going to stay, well, mostly dry. There'll be some light rain here and there, but there will be some parts of the state that also see some pretty good rain over the next couple of days. So we'll talk about that, what rain and snow we're going to see in California the next couple of days. And because, of course, this is a big travel week across the country, later on in the chat, I'll also show you the national outlook for this week and looking into next weekend as well. If you have travel plans, you can sort out what's going to be happening. So here's what's happening this morning. One area of moisture going by, and look at where it is. Instead of being, let's say, I-80 to the north like it was last week, today it's I-80 and to the south. And it isn't just this area of moisture. You can see an area clearing back here. But if we look out here, there's a bit more moisture that's also going to be streaming along in the same direction, keeping areas south of Interstate 80 in on-again, off-again rain, and especially areas along the coastal range in the area around Big Sur from Monterey to the south. These are areas that are going to see substantial rain, and it's areas in the Sierra south of Highway 88 that will see some really good snow. There will be snow on Interstate 80 and Highway 50 the next couple of days, and enough for chain controls, but we will likely see the best snow south of Highway 88, including the passes that have seasonal closures like Highway 120 as well as Highway 108. So that's the satellite view of what's going on this morning, and let's take a look at how the models depict what's going to happen over the next couple of days. So this is the way the HRRR shows it, and that's this morning. Here's that area of rain, there's the snow, and as we go through the day today, areas from Sacramento to the south see some occasional rain. So if you're in Sacramento, Roseville, or Grass Valley, you're going to see periods of light rain, as well as around Placerville, as well as Sonora. Snow levels will remain relatively high, up around 6,500 feet or so. This is this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Scattered showers is probably the best way to put this. Nothing heavy, nothing downpourish, just a cloudy day with periods of rain, and again, more in the way of rain in the Sierra with relatively high snow levels. As we go through tonight, you can see more of that continues, and then tomorrow it gets a little bit colder. Let's go to 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. There it is right there. And then, as you can see, it's cold enough now that we're seeing snow, but look at where we're not seeing anything in the way of rain. In Mendocino County, Sonoma County, points north, very little rain. We are seeing some showers up toward Crescent City. We're seeing some snow from Lassen County down to the south, but it really is these areas that I highlighted south of Highway 88 that are seeing the best in the way of snow. And if we get this just far enough toward Highway 88, the Kirkwood area, wouldn't be surprised if we do see occasional closures on Carson Pass or the Carson Spur. So keep that in mind if you plan on traveling that way. As well as along 395 and toward the Mammoth area, there'll be some really good snow. And in terms of rain, it's these areas south of San Francisco that will see the best rain, including around San Jose, but especially toward Monterey and down toward Big Sur. That's tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Then that rain continues. Look at how it just kind of stays directional. And while this is another atmospheric river, it's weaker than the one we saw last week and, of course, pointed in a different direction. But it kind of has the same pattern. One that delivers a good amount of rain to one area, well, not all that far away. You see very little rain or just very light rain. This is Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Continue to see rain down toward the Grapevine. So traveling north and south on I-5, south of, let's say, San Jose, south of Stockton and Modesto, you will see some pretty good rain. However, if you use the Grapevine, I think the Grapevine is just going to be wet. I don't anticipate it's going to be cold enough to deliver any snow on the Grapevine. And you'll also notice that Southern California towards San Diego and Los Angeles are seeing very, very little of this. So it really is from the Grapevine to the north. And then this model continues to very early Wednesday. We're seeing those rain in the same areas. Now, in terms of how much rain we're going to see, total rain accumulation This is through first thing Wednesday morning. This shows Sacramento seeing 1/4 inch of rain, similar amounts in Stockton and Modesto, a little bit more in the foothills. But then if you go down toward the Big Sur area, it's these areas that see 3, 4, 5 inches of rain. And then you get into these areas east of Fresno, and then you start seeing 7, 8, 9 inches of rain. So substantial rain in here. But then look south of the Grapevine. The LA area has 1/10 of an inch of rain over the next 2 days. So very little rain in Southern California, light to moderate rain in Northern California, the typical atmospheric river pattern where you have a lot of rain concentrated in one area. All right, that's the way the HRRR shows it. Let's show the NAM. The NAM is pretty similar, but without the same sort of resolution. It shows more the rain being a bit more widespread as we go through the day today. And then this is into tonight around 10 o'clock. Snow in the Sierra. We'll likely have chain controls tonight as well as during the day tomorrow. Let's stop this at 4 a.m. on Tuesday. Same sort of pattern. Atmospheric river giving you some really good rain south of San Francisco. Really good snow, the best snow south of Highway 88, but there will be enough snow on Interstate 80 and Highway 50 to provide chain controls. Then let's get into Tuesday. Things weaken a little bit. This is Tuesday evening, and once again, we do have rain to the south. Sacramento is dry. We're dry north of Interstate 80, and then that pattern on this model continues into Wednesday. This is Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Dry, a couple of showers hanging up to the south, and then as we get into Thursday, I should say Wednesday afternoon around 4 o'clock, the state is dry, and then we stay dry all the way through Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving afternoon around 4 p.m. So it still looks as though through California, Wednesday and Thursday will be dry days, but there will be enough around that we'll have chain controls for a while, as well as some pretty good rain in areas to the south. This is the way the NAM depicts the rain. Same pattern I just showed you with the HRRR. This area from, let's say, Carmel to the south, seeing the best rain. Really good rain in the mountains east of Fresno and around the Central Valley, getting 1/4 inch of rain. So if we get 1/4 inch of rain over the next 2 days, you can see it's just kind of the sort of thing that keeps the streets wet, but it's not like it's going to cause us any issues. The only issues will be in the Sierra in terms of getting some snow there, and the best snow will be south of Highway 88, including the areas toward Mammoth. All right, that's the California weather. Now let's take a look at the rest of the country. Let's go into this afternoon and this evening. Here's our system. Now beginning to spread some snow into Utah, where they will see really good snow on Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's the system going through the Great Lakes. Let's get into first thing Tuesday morning. This is Tuesday around midday. Snow in Utah and Colorado. On the Wasatch, they're expecting a couple of feet of snow. If you use Interstate 80 east of Salt Lake City, the Wasatch will see enough snow that there will be chain restrictions there, as well as on Highway 70. We will see a little bit of snow in the northern Great Lakes and some rain into New England, but you'll notice that most major hubs like Denver, Dallas, Minneapolis, Chicago, Atlanta are all in good shape. That's Tuesday. Let's get into Wednesday around the middle part of the day. Snow continues in Colorado and Utah, so again, that'll have an impact on road travel on Interstate 80 as well as Highway 70, but the rest of the country, again, including major hubs, is really good shape. Now let's get into Thursday. Thursday, yeah, we might have enough rain to impact the parade in New York, but you'll notice that west of Texas, the entire western part of the country is dry for Thanksgiving Day. There will be some light rain, light to moderate rain from the Gulf Coast all the way up into the Ohio River Valley. That's Thursday. What about Friday? This is Friday. Snow in the Great Lakes, maybe not enough to impact travel going through O'Hare and Chicago. Some snow in New England, light moderate snow, and then that band of rain draping down the East Coast. And then on Saturday, of course, Saturday will also be a busy travel day, as will Sunday. And look at how dry the country is. There'll likely be some lake effect snow here. I think that's what we're getting depicted here. Lake effect snow in upstate New York, as well as in western New York and northern Pennsylvania and Ohio, as well as on the western shores of Lake Michigan. But the rest of the country is dry. This is Saturday, and of course Sunday will be another busy travel day. And look at that. Most of the country is in really good shape, other than that cold lake effect snow impacting areas around the Great Lakes. So travel for the holiday Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday actually looks pretty good across the country and especially throughout Northern California. So some areas in California will be impacted by some pretty good rain, but it's a smaller area and not as intense as what we saw last week. But also do keep in mind that there'll be chain controls on 80, 50, and 88 starting tonight, maybe even earlier than that, as well as during the day tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be the biggest impact in terms of Sierra travel. So that's everything I've got for you on this Monday morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.